My guest today is Tommy Spaulding. Tommy, welcome.
Great to be here, Matthew.
How are you?
I just got to speak to your team. It couldn't be better.
Yeah, it was great. It's very powerful.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I didn't want to speak to him before because I thought I'd sweat and it wouldn't be all disheveled, but I got the Holy Spirit so riled up in my heart just to share my heart with your team. Now I'm excited about being with you.
Thank you. Thank you. So some tough questions to get started. Are you a coffee drinker?
I'm the only one that drinks decaf. And every
Decaf.
time I ask for decaf, they say, let me go brew you a cup. So you always get a fresh pot because no one drinks decaf. But in 2000, I had my last caffeine and I was jittering and said, I'm done.
Got it.
Yeah.
What was it doing to you?
It just makes me jitters. So I'm kind of clean. I like to drink water and wine and tequila. That's about it.
Water and wine and tequila.
Decaf once in a while.
There you go. What about favorite food?
I'm half Italian, or 48%. I used to say half Italian, but then you get these 23andMe, and then they give you actually a number. So I'm 48% Italian. So I love Italian food. But I spent a couple of years living in Japan.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with Japanese food.
What is your favorite Italian dish?
Well, my mama, she cooks chicken parm that will just outrival anything. So she got the stuffed bread and baked clams, and then she does raviolis and chicken parm, Italian sausage. That's for the appetizer. And then every morning, she's the best.
What about favorite movie?
I'm a movie guy, so that's going to be hard. But, we're a hockey family. My stepson, Anthony, plays hockey. My little one, Tate, plays hockey at boarding school. Our dog is Gretzky. So I just got to say Miracle. I just love that movie. Just like the 1980 Olympics, how this junior, nobody, just the U.S. team takes on the giant of Soviet Union that won straight gold medals and so intimidated and with leadership and heart. It's just, we just watch it over and over again.
It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite scene or a favorite line?
When the coach, her Brooks, says, I'm tired of those Russians winning. This is your time and take it. And I mean, it's just like I'm like running to the screen. Get me on the ice, I'm ready to fight. It's just hockey guys have just a gift. I just dropped off Tate at boarding school in Shattuck, which is like the top hockey school in the country. They won national championships where Sidney Crosby, Nathan McKinnon, they all went there. We dropped them off, and the head coach, Tom Ward, who runs the prep team, and then the junior coach Christian, and these guys were talking about hockey. And I was crying. I was so motivated. Like, hockey guys know how to motivate.
Yeah.
And they're so real and so authentic. I was like, sign me up. I'll go anywhere. Just, amazing.
So Tate's your youngest?
He is. He's 14 and still mourning. He's 5 days into boarding school. Never seen the kid cry, ever. Even when he broke his collarbone. Kid is got full love, doesn't cry. He's been crying this week. He misses home. But by tomorrow, or by the time this video comes out, he'll be fine. It's me I'm worried about.
Yeah, what's it like to drop your 14-year-old off to boarding school?
I mean, the only analogy I can give, Matthew, is when I was in college, I went skydiving. And I didn't want to do the tandem with you jumping somewhere. If I'm going to do it, I'm jumping on that damn plane by myself, right? So I did the course where you pull the thing and the zip line and the static line. And when that plane got up there and said, okay, ready to jump, I just didn't want to jump. I mean, I paid the money, did the class. I'm ready to do it. But when that plane opens, something intuitively is that human body is not supposed to jump out of this plane. They had to push me out. And that's the only way I felt with dropping Tate off. I get dropping off an 18-year-old kid. When we dropped off Anthony at West Point, that was hard.
Yeah.
But he's 18, 19. But when you're 14 and you're going away, it just didn't feel right. I know he's where he needs to be, and he's going to do well there. But it was painful.
Now, when will he next come home?
Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah. Christmas.
Yeah.
But I'll see him in 5 days, 4 hours and 30 seconds. I'm going to see him.
Talk to us about childhood. What was your childhood like? Where did you grow up? What was Tommy like as a kid?
Yeah. I grew up in upstate New York. I have to be careful when I say that because the upstate people from New York say I live in the city. And then the city people say I live in upstate. I'm 25 miles north of the city in Rockland County, in a little town called Suffolk, New York. My parents were school teachers. My dad taught English for 40 years. My mom didn't go to college, but when I was in high school, went back to college, got a degree, became a teacher. So they were educators. And my sister became a teacher. My aunts and uncles were all teachers. And I think I wanted to become a teacher, but the reality was school was really, really hard for me. And I struggled with dyslexia and just learning challenges, probably have ADHD, ADD, I had it all. And they didn't know what to do with kids like me back in the 70s and 80s. So they had this room called the resource room. And that's for the kids with dyslexia and autism and, all mental challenges. And that was my room, the resource room. And I hated that room, Matthew. The R word, was used a lot. And I hate that word. Where's Spaulding going? He's going to the retard room. And it just, I didn't want to be defined by that.
Yeah.
So I wasn't strong. I didn't have good grades. I wasn't very athletic. So I had to pick something I was really good at, and that was love. Anyway, I became class president, and I just really just served that school, and really found my confidence outside the classroom and loving and serving people, bringing people together. And then my senior year in college, I never thought I would ever play varsity football. I was a soccer player on the fourth team.
Yeah.
I just was terrible. But the varsity football coach, Bob Valtiti, saw a leader in me. And he pulled me in his office right before my senior year and said, we need a field goal kicker. Have you ever kicked a field goal? Ever kicked a football? I said, I don't think I've ever thrown a football, coach. And he's like, I could kick a soccer ball. It's no different. Just take 2 steps back, 2 steps over. So he gave me a bag of footballs and a kicking tee. He said, Tommy, I really need a field goal kicker. If you can figure out how to kick a field goal. We practice during summer. Come to practice and tryouts on August 10th. And you can kick 10 in a row. I'll put you on the team. Well, I failed 3 classes that year, so I had to go to summer school. So after summer school, I'd take my bag of football to summer school, and then I would just kick hundreds of them. And I got my leg strong enough. Even today, if I took my pants off, which I won't, my right leg is bigger than my left. I just built muscle. And I kicked because I wanted to be somebody. And I kicked 10 extra points in a row, and I made the team. And I was the varsity field goal kicker. We went undefeated. And in the championship, county championship, we were losing like Clarkstown North by 2 points. I didn't kick a field goal the whole year because Danny Munoz, our quarterback, always put in the end zone. I just kick extra points. Didn't kick a field goal the whole season. Last game of the season, we played Clarkstown North. They're winning by 2. And with 37 seconds left of the game, we had the ball. And Danny Munoz had to either do a 37-yard wideout to win the game or put me in for a 37-yard field goal. And I was just praying and yelling, put Munoz in. Like, you're not going to put the kicker in. And the stadium was packed. It was undefeated season. Both teams were undefeated. And my parents were there. My grandparents were there. Coach Bob Valtiti, he calls in the kicking crew. And my heart was just pounding. I couldn't even walk out in the field. I was peeing my pants. My legs were shaking. And what does the other coach do? Calls timeout. It's called icing the kicker. So now I had 3 more minutes to think about how I'm going to lose this game. And Coach Bob Valtiti, who passed away this year of cancer, he walks out to the field. He was a big man. And he just spoke so calmly. And he said to me, I didn't put you on this team to kick winning field goals. Put you on this team because I believe in you. You were a leader. And whether you make this field goal or not, I want you to know how much I love you. But I really want you to make this damn field goal. And he grabs my mask and he pulls me in. And he puts his face right in my face. And he says to me, I believe in you. And I never had a coach ever tell me that, or a teacher. I was just a resource room kid. We put it through the uprights, and we won the game. And it was the start of my life, October 11, 1986.
Wow.
I know that game. Got carried off the field. We went to Friendly's restaurant after the game, and we never went there. We didn't have much money. So going to Friendly's was a big deal, like a diner. I walked in the restaurant. It was packed with people from the game. When I walked in, everyone gave me a stand ovation. I never got a stand ovation. They don't do standing ovations in the resource room. And I just felt like somebody. And then the manager of the restaurant walks up to my parents right in front of me and says, your kid's a hero. and here's a booth we saved for you. And your kid can have all the ice cream he wants to eat tonight on the house. I ate a lot of ice cream that night, Matthew. And it was just the best day. Kissed my first girl that night too. It was a great day. Yeah. Someone believed me, man.
Mm.
And that's what I want to do with others the rest of my life, is believe in people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how old were you that day?
I was 17.
17?
Yeah.